So you're going to want to set off your chosen alarm to... Oh, gotta run. Let's go.
This is just going to be a short video explaining how to fully utilise all the features of the Sonik Gizmo alarms. First thing to note is all the items come in a really nice hard carry case. As you can see on the inside of the case there's a nice foam cutout to house all of your alarm heads, the Bivvy Light and the receiver, and also the option for a 4th alarm. You can purchase the alarms in either a 2, 3 or 4 alarm set depending on what style of fishing you do. So whether you're fishing a European inland sea using 4 rods or just fishing your local day ticket with 2 rods, there's an option for all. To power on the alarm you just press and hold the small on and off icon on the alarm. One thing you'll notice is there's no audio output when you turn the alarm on, but instead there'll just be an array of LEDs come on just on the 2 little snag ears on the top of the alarm. The next thing you'll find is that there's a power output on the bottom of the alarm. This is just for any illuminated bobbins or anything like that. The power button has another function, it just mutes the alarm for 30 seconds. This is just so you're not annoying any nearby anglers. There's 3 turn dials on the alarms, and the first one you'll see is the sensitivity dial. There's 8 different options on the sensitivity dial, one being really sensitive and then all the way to only just beeping a few times while line is being pulled. The next dial is for the volume. Again, there's 8 different settings on the volume dial, ranging from mute all the way up to fairly loud, and you've got some really good speakers in there just to give you some really good crisp sound quality. The final dial on the alarm is the tone dial, and once again there's 8 different settings for the tones, and this is just quite good, so if you're using multiple alarms you can really vary the tone just to make sure that all the alarms sound completely different. Another thing to note is that you'll feel a small click in between settings on the dials. This just means there's no guessing and you can be sure of the setting that you've selected, and obviously there's 8 clicks for each dial as there's 8 settings. And again, as you can see, on a forward take the left hand snag ear illuminates, and on a drop back the right hand snag ear will illuminate. This is just so at night or when your vision is impaired you can instantly see whether it's a forward like running take or a drop back. The final feature on the alarm is the night light mode. You just double tap the power button and you'll see a subtle glow appear beneath the roller wheel.
So the next item you're going to find in the carry case is the receiver, and once again it's just full of features just like the alarms. So firstly, to turn the receiver on you're going to need to hold down the V button at the bottom. Again, just like the alarms, you won't have any audio output when you turn the receiver on. Instead you'll see an array of LEDs light up. Now that your receiver's turned on, you're going to want to press the V button to cycle through the volume options. There's lots of different volume options, including a mute function. So the next button, the button with a light icon on it, I guess you could call it that, is used to cycle through the different audio output modes. So you can have it on just vibration, or you can have it on just audio output, or you can have it on both. I like to have mine on the one where it vibrates and has audio output. This is just excellent because if you can't hear it, you're definitely going to feel it in your pocket. This button also has another feature, which is to turn the torch on. Now if you hold it down for a few seconds, the torch will come on. Yeah, so this is actually quite a unique feature which I haven't seen on many other receivers. It's just quite a good feature, especially when you're playing a fish in the night and you can't see anything. It's just excellent. So the next button on the receiver is the M button. This stands for memory. This is a feature I really like personally. Say you're in your bivvy and it's quite dark and you can't actually see your alarms very well, and you get a few bleeps and you just want to know what rod it is, you can simply push the memory button. It will show you which rod it was, giving you the little coloured LED. So the final button on the receiver is the S button. That stands for setup. This is what you use when you first get your alarms, to connect your alarms to the receiver. However, when you get them, they're normally synced up to your receiver and ready to go. So to sync your alarms to the receiver, you're going to want to hold the S button down for a few seconds. This will activate setup mode. Once you've done this, a small LED should appear. So you're going to want to set off your chosen alarm to... Oh, I've got to run. Let's go. So as I was saying just before we had that scream intake, you're going to want to set off your chosen alarm. So once you've done that, your alarm will be binded to that channel on your receiver. So to sync another alarm to another channel, you're going to want to hit the S button again. It will move on to the next channel, and you just repeat the process by setting off that alarm to that designated channel. Well, what a result. Nice little common. Definitely not the biggest fish ever, but it's nice to just get a fish whilst we're out reviewing the new alarms. So yeah, well, they're not new alarms, but new to us, so yeah, it's great.
The last and final thing you get in the case is the Bivvy Light, and again, just like the alarms on the receiver, it's absolutely packed full of features. Try not to sound too repetitive, but to turn the Bivvy Light on, you just hold down the on and off button. From there, to turn on the light itself, there's a small button that says LED on/off. You just tap that, then the light will come on. Then to adjust the brightness of the light, you just tap the brightness button just to cycle through the settings of the brightnesses. The next button on the Bivvy Light is the V button, and this stands for volume. This just adjusts the volume of the Bivvy Light, so when you get a beep on your alarm, the corresponding colour will come through on the Bivvy Light, and also the corresponding sound of the alarm will come through on the Bivvy Light as well. Then that V button just adjusts the volume of that audio output. The next button you'll see is the delay time button. This just adjusts how long the light stays on for after you get a bite on the alarm. Thanks for tuning in to today's video. I hope that helps solidify your knowledge on how to use the Sonik Gizmo alarms. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.